Hello and welcome to the High School Huddle, along with Ronnie Phillips, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you. We count down the days of kickoff here in the state of Oklahoma. Today we preview the Del City Eagles. Got a transfer in. We'll talk about him and a whole lot more after we hear from our great sponsor. The High School Huddle is presented by Generations Church. Love God, love people, serve both well. Contact Generations Church by calling 405-282-6848 or visit them online at generationsguthrie.com. Del City Eagles, big news in the offseason. River Warren, the former Bishop McGuinness Fighting Irish quarterback, is now wearing a Del City uniform.
They had the transfer lottery this summer, didn't they?
Yeah. So a big piece of the pie in Del City. Of course, year in, year out, Del City has tremendous athletes. A lot of that in 6A2. Now make the move down here to 5A last couple of years. Del City, always fun team to watch because of those athletes, and they lost a couple that went to IMG account, but still, athletes everywhere.
Yeah. Everywhere.
And just not the highly recruited kids, just kids that won't play any college football. They're still great athletes.
Well, we went and saw them play live in a bye week we had last week when they faced McAllister. Of course, McAllister won an exciting, was it double or triple overtime game? One of those two, but it was an exciting ball game. Late fumble really set McAllister up to come back and win that ball game, but I tell you what, Del City athletes, top to bottom, like Chris said, great transfer with River Warren this year coming over from Bishop McGuinness. So we'll see how he gels into that program. But I'll tell you what, the kid can sling the ball.
Yeah, not only River Warren, don't forget about Rodney Fields.
Yeah, he's
stud running back from Southeast.
He's pretty good.
They got him and another wide receiver from Southeast as well. So loaded with athletes. It's going to be interesting to see them play this year again.
Yeah, Del City 9-3 a year ago, 9-2 the year before, and so they're looking to get 10 wins this year. Well, we have prediction for that, and a lot of people have Carl Albert at the top and then a few teams after them, but the few teams after them, a lot of people have that starting with Del City. So we'll see how it works out in the Mid-Del rivalry there. Won't see it in the regular season. Let's take a look at the season schedule for the Del City Eagles. And no, there's no Carl Albert, but there is Choctaw to begin the season, a 6A2 program. Of course, Del City a few years out of 6A2, so they know what 6A2 football is all about. Booker T, 6A2 program, Midwest City 5A rival game, and then the rest of the schedule there. Guys, your initial thought when you see the Del City schedule?
Well, the first thing that jumps off at me is I think their toughest game of the year is Choctaw. We're going to open with Choctaw. Of course, we'll break down Choctaw at some point, but Choctaw's got what we believe is going to be a young sophomore, and the Gaston kid will be at quarterback, big kid, 6'4", 200-some-odd pounds, great athlete, but a little unproven at that first week. But I think if there's any game that we would pick that where Del City could get tripped up this year, it's that 0 week against Choctaw.
Yeah, I think the schedule is a pretty good schedule for them. I think it could be Choctaw that chalks them up. I also think it could be McAllister that can knock them down. But I think they're going to go 9-1 this year, and I think if they're going to lose, I think it's going to be to McAllister. I think the senior River Warren will get over the sophomore quarterback there at Choctaw. So I see them losing one game throughout the season, but I think that will be against McAllister at McAllister.
And the thing about this schedule, again, much like last year when we went to it between Del City and McAllister, whoever wins that game will have more than likely win the district championship. Yeah. Probably will win the district championship. Yeah. So we'll know early all about 5A3 with Del City and
don't
McAllister.
Count on Forrest Mazie.
Yeah.
But Forrest didn't carry the ball, but that guy named Eric did last year. So he's no longer there. He's playing for the Sooners now.
Yep.
Yeah, they got that would be a fun quarterback game right there. In fact, many people have the quarterbacks in that game as 1-2 when you talk about 5A football. So it's time to make our season predictions here for the Del City Eagles. I will begin it here with a 9-1 record. I think Choctaw will be a little too much at the beginning of the year. River Warren, maybe the chemistry not there right off, but doesn't mean Del City can't go in and win that game in there. But Booker T trying to rebound from a year ago. Yep. Midwest City down just a little bit for Midwest City level. So I think Del City will win that Mid-Del rivalry there. McAllister is the other one. So Pulpa could, make things interesting. Never know. And then Coweta again. I think Coweta just loses their quarterback Laverty from a year ago. But I got Del City going 9-1 with the disclaimers that Coweta, Sapulpa, McAllister, Booker T, Midwest City better show up and play your game.
Yeah, I've got Del City going 10-0. I think we'll have two teams in the Del City, Mid-Del area that will be 10-0 next year. The others, of course, being Carl Albert. But I think the Choctaw game is the one game where they could get tripped up. I really do not see McAllister, a good ball club, but I think you lose McCarty from last year's team. That guy was Mr. Everything on all sides of the ball from McAllister. And I think they'll go in, win a close one against Choctaw in week 0, and run the table from there and end up season 10-0.
Yeah, I have the Eagles going 9-1 this season. Again, I think River Warren, Ronnie Phillips, and those transfer guys are going to be very, very excited to play week 0 against Choctaw. So I think they'll get over the sophomore there at Choctaw. And again, I think what makes me believe that Del City is going to lose against McAllister is not just they're both going to be pretty. Del City will have the better athletes, but McAllister is going to be sound enough. And I like. Again, Forrest Mazie, he's not scared of anything. He will call anything at any time. And I think that was the difference last year's game was the coaching call, in my opinion.
Yeah, they won't be intimidated at all.
No.
Well,
a lot of people had Del City win that game.
Absolutely.
Well, I think the coaching call, and I agree with you, I think Mazie's one of the best coaches in 5A, probably in the state. But you look good on those coaching calls when you got a kid like McCarty touching the ball. I mean, you got to have the Jimmies and Joes.
Del City has the Jimmies and Joes, especially on offense. We'll see how it all plays out. A lot of people in 5A football think at the end of the year it'll be Carl Albert versus Del City. If that's the case, it will be a fun game to watch. Of course, upsets always happens, always fun. That's what makes high school football outstanding. Don't forget to follow the High School Huddle all season long on YouTube. That's our primarily home, and that's at Second Banana Media. Or you can just search High School Huddle. But be sure to subscribe and be notified when we go live with our live shows throughout the entire season, 6 o'clock on every Wednesday night. Let us know in the comments what you think the Del City Eagles will do this season. And until then, best of luck to your team this year. And be sure to follow the High School Huddle all season long.